the murder on this?
They're on the roof.
Who, on the roof? Okay. They did turn themselves in, but who's to say they didn't murk them by accident?
Oh my god, look at the city. It's so pretty.
I think we're just waiting for Aaron.
Yeah. Little side note.
I have Benizio's phone.
Something something came up while we were collecting evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Ventura said that one of the casings that comes back in the shootout was from Jimbo's gun.
What?
And
no.
then I remembered the other day I saw Kokolski at MRPD with a heavy rifle, and I said, "What are you doing with that? You don't have that cert." And he said to me,
Who said
Jimbo,
that?
let me. Kokolski. I told him, you know, he doesn't have a heavy rifle cert. What's he doing with a heavy rifle? I saw him at MRPD with one. It was like 2 days ago, and then he said, "It was Jimbo's last dying wish for me to have this gun." And I said to him, "Well, don't use it." And then I kind of went to bed and I forgot about it.
Okay, wait. Okay, so Jimbo's gun shells are what?
Like casings from Jimbo's gun was found on the scene today.
In
So
the general scene or
conclusion
by
I
the
have-
dead body?
The prison scene.
Okay.
So the only thing I can think is that Kokolski's still using Jimbo's class 2 that he was holding.
Oh, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
The case.
Yeah.
Yep. That could actually fuck the case.
You need to call Kukulski and immediately get on statement that he was misusing firearms.
That sounds like he should be fired.
Yeah. But if we want to save the case, make sure that it's on statement so that they can't just go, this is a very old collection of casings. The evidence was not cleared, therefore it's all inadmissible.
It's okay, Brian. It's gonna be okay.
You mean which part? The part that Jimbo's gun is being used by some dumb fuck?
Oh, I've just been venting to Peters about that.
What department is he in?
LSPD.
Mine, and it's my shift too.
Brian, I would be crashing out if he was BCSO.
Aaron, my
I would
advice,
get rid of him
y'all need
if
to
it was
fire his ass.
That's
Or
what
at
I
least
was saying,
suspend
Peters,
him until someone...
Firstly, the issue is he's using someone else's gun. Secondly, he's also using a gun he's not allowed to use.
It's a dead cop.
Okay. Oh my god, bro!
Please don't tell me it's the same gun which was actually used in the scene as well.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yeah, no.
He took the gun that was used from the fucking Babylon scene where Jimbo died and used it today where a DOC can't die.
So he's also he was also
It's
messing with the
tampering.
evidence. Got
It's
it.
literally tampering with evidence tampering. It's literally evidence tampering.
Oh, no.
It's literally evidence tampering. It's literally evidence tampering.
He needs to put in his statement in this report that, yeah, that's my mistake. I'm a fucking dumb fuck and I never put the gun away and then I got into a situation and used the gun. Because otherwise we're going to get judges being like, well, Jimbo's fucking casings were on scene. How's that a thing when he's dead?
That would cripple the entire case.
At least she got back from a suspension today.
Who is Kokolski? What's his state ID?
281. Don't know his state ID.
16537.
1653 7. Oh, this guy? Oh yeah, this guy's a complete moron. I am Wake up in the morning and see more corruption. 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 But the thing is, it's not malicious. Malicious. It's malicious. You know, I think we have an IQ problem in law enforcement. What are we supposed to do?
You know, if I had $1 for every time an officer used another officer's weapon in the past 2 weeks.
Oh my God. Oh my God. What are you saying right now? What are you saying? What do you mean?
I would have. No.
What do you mean?
Speak up. Speak
Let
up.
me
Speak up.
finish.
I can't hear you.
If I had $1 for every time an officer used another officer's weapon in the past 2 weeks, I would have $2, which isn't much. but
Oh
it's
my
honest
God. Thank
happened
God. Okay.
No, I don't want to be a detective. I'm out. Fuck this.
You can't quit the detective.
No, come back.
He's running. He's running.
The other instance of it is.
Someone's got to get him because he's gonna run into traffic and he might forget where he is. We're in the middle of the forest.
He turned around.
Okay. Look, I want to start by saying this. Y'all kept this shit together, and this was a fucking shit show. And honestly, I think the PD performance was quite good given the circumstances. A lot of moving parts, like
My comms on ATC are awful because fuck that shit. ATC
I mean, no,
is so
it was
slow updating.
It is, but even then, Aaron, like you were there and you held that position, and holding whatever position we're in is the most important thing, right? I mean,
Yeah, I got the helicopters noted down into the evidence as well.
I think whoever sees Kukolski next literally has to immediately stop him, search him. If you find that gun on him, there's no like way he
I mean,
can
he
hide
won't
it.
be on duty. He'll be immediate suspended because I'm not having this shit. Like I said, this
Right,
guy
but if
actually
he-
came back from a
he's-
suspension today and is already fucking up again.
Yeah, so when he tries to come on
Hey.
duty tomorrow, we need to stop him.
Hey.
Search him immediately. Find that gun.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Morning, hot tea.
Anybody got anything to eat?
Oh, he knows.
Eat? Yeah, here you go. I'm not gonna be awake long, so you can have it.
Nice, thanks.
I'm going to bed and I'm never waking up.
I started
Why?
today with the Bruce Baylor. Oh, you did too, Maeve and Riker. Bruce Baylor raid, which is fucking so much shit. And then I still had to do.
Baylor got raided.
Oh, we see Marshall seized everything he has, including his bank accounts this morning.
Ooh.
Yep. And like the Springfield, yeah, is cracked. But we had that. Then we have this ex-marshal corruption, treason bullshit. And then we had yesterday's shit show where the faceless burnt up Edgar. Which is why 3POS was in on the 24-hour. And here's a new bit of information. Apparently a DOC died, so now they're primary suspects. I just got done interrogating them, and they're doing the gang shit where they're not willing to say anything and just making up stories. So now that they are we can't remove them as primary suspects. They broke out, right? They were intrinsically involved in the breakout, which makes them culpable for the death, right? It's felony murder.
Do we have any good news?
Wait, hold on, Maeve. And then what did you just find out?
Well, and then we found out that a fucking LSPD officer was using dead Jimbo's gun during that entire thing.
So you're saying, right?
This entire
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
And now they're up there.
What the hell is that thing?
Maeve, what was
Go
running?
away.
What was running gonna do? What was-
I thought we were gonna get bombed.
Let's just
Well,
Yeah,
let's
we
just
had,
the
five
faceless.
over
we
there,
had
you were
two different
still-
responses. I pulled a class too.
Yeah,
Maeve, if that
five
thing
over there,
bombs
you're
us,
still fucked, Maeve.
No,
Why
no,
can't
we're
you
good.
observatory off the face of the earth.
Yeah. No, they
I mean, isn't the thing I found good news?
Oh, what'd you find?
Oh yeah.
A projectile that was found in the prison during the shootout comes back to casings that were found on that hill up in Polito, island. Those casings were surrounding a bottle that was left on the ground that had Forehead's fingerprints on it,
Oh,
and the boat that they used was registered to Forehead.
oh,
And Rosner
more
picked up
good
evidence.
news.
Yes, go on, Rosner.
okay. All right.
Aubrey Webster's blood and also Miguel Almirion's blood were both on scene, surrounded by casings and projectiles at the power plant, which match casings and projectiles at the prison.
Also, the casings that were surrounding Forehead's DNA come back to a rifle that we don't have in our database.
Ooh. We also
Oh,
have.
Do we have evidence from Zancudo?
That was
But we flagged Miguel Almirion's plate at the power plant before when we were following the cargo bob. I saw it and Maeve saw it. Separately, Chris and maybe Riker saw Forehead and Miguel at power plant. Mask off.
I
on the beach.
have a picture
on the
of
beach?
it on scene.
Saw Forehead.
Oh, you got him
I've
on
got-
scene. Okay.
I've got a picture of Forehead in 4K loading those magazines.
Yes. We then have the vehicle for Ming Jintai. Oh, no. The aircraft of Ming Jintai and who's the other one?
Antonio Vidal.
Boom, boom.
Antonio?
Andoni.
And Dean, I don't fucking know.
I could go check the Fort Zancudo rooftop.
There are casings.
I feel like
in the
you said there was
locker
only
from
2
Zancudo.
there. They definitely shot way more bullets than that.
It's all I saw. I tried to fly away in the VR, and then I got kicked out because that's how VR works.
Okay. Well, let me actually. I'll check
No,
the.
it'll be fine. You just don't know how to fly right
You broke
now.
it.
I'm
Maeve,
an
you broke it.
expert. I'm an expert.
Actually, there is a lot of casings I can see.
Teach me
You
the
know,
ways.
in the fucking there was the Lagara scene. We had casings at Zancudo and at that beach, and I flew from Zancudo at like 20 miles an hour to the beach.
Good job, Maeve.
Oh, you just gotta go slow. Is that it?
No, you just don't
Casings.
go out of the box.
Casings from Forehead's gun are also at Fort Zancudo
Well, how'd you know it's Forehead's
Here's
because the casings. So let's say I drop the shit on the ground. If there's a fucking mountain of casings all surrounding this.
gun? Oh.
So I mean, I'm assuming it's Forehead's gun.
Okay.
Oh, I
His
just
DNA was
wanted
on
to
that.
do a timed run in a fast vehicle from the power plant to the prison in order to state, it was 2 minutes from them leaving the power plant to get to the prison. They try and argue that they just threw the gun out the window and somebody else picked it up. Tough shit, 2 minutes, 1 minute 45 to make the drive. Go fuck yourself.
That would be an insane
so the good
assertion to
Yeah.
make in court.
the good thing that happened is there was it Maeve, you and someone else made the DNA reports, and they're being double checked right now as well and submitted to DOJ. So any of these, only reason that the bombing situation with Manx and Forehead went south is because DOJ didn't have that info, so they couldn't conclusively say what is fresh. What is, you see what I mean? So
they threw it out because they didn't know if the fingerprints on Aaron's guns were 4 days old, 4 months old, 4 hours old. And that is why.
yeah. And that DNA with Forehead, I imagine, was fresh today.
Yeah, and I have it all documented.
So
Yeah.
Also,
I
we have a
have high
casing.
hopes.
We have a casing and a projectile from the bullet we believe killed Mickey. I found a projectile right next to his blood.
Okay.
It seems like either Aaron or Riker found a casing of it somewhere.
So it looks like a singular actor. Is that accurate?
It looks.
I
I don't know where he was recovered, but where I found his blood and I found the projectile, there was only one projectile in that area.
Yeah, I think we need to figure out who first found him, who moved him. I believe Loki brought him to triage. Does anyone else remember? Riker, you were there.
I was down, so I don't
No,
remember.
Where
when
was
the-
triage?
No,
Triage.
I brought Mickey to triage because when
You did? Where did you
Yeah.
find him?
he was inside the airlock.
Okay.
Okay.
And I found
when
a
I checked
casing
his-
there too, yeah.
When I checked
Right.
his vitals, he was not breathing, so I immediately got him.
Was
to
he like
triage.
right outside the like the little hut there?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
that's where the blood and the projectile were found.
Yeah, I took a
So-
photo of Riker simulating where the body was as a point, you know.
I'm gonna go in VR real quick.
And you said it was done at close range, and I found the casing behind the barrier, which is in the airlock.
Maeve!
Oh my god.
She's still there.
Faces!
She's in the VR. She's
She's
here.
stand-
She's in the VR.
Faces!
She's standing right there.
All right.
Face off.
Oh, it's the devices. They're shielding her from.
I thought that was an
Oh, yeah.
Xbox.
You thought it
No,
was-
that's
Okay.
Maybe the original, the first one.
Oh.
Fucking big enough.
You know, my
Okay,
my
there's, like,
Xbox
yeah, there's a-
Elite still works.
There is a clear, like, casing projectile blood isolated in one spot in the airlock.
Yeah.
okay. That
I'm finding the
is
casing now.
That
Hang
should
on,
be
let me put the
Mickey's.
VR picture in.
that's very good because that simplifies everything, right?
Also, Miguel reported his vehicle stolen. I documented all of that. It was 2.5 hours after the original call. Oh, yeah.
Oh, once
good
again.
luck.
Wait, in the airlock of what?
Prison.
Prison.
No, I know, but what airlock?
Between the two gates.
Yeah,
Look
between the
at
two
the look at the picture I just put
Oh.
in. VR replay of airlock.
Okay, I
Is
think
that his blood?
because let me ask you something. The besties, right? Let's just say we're in the cargo bob, we're in the air units, right? And they landed in the center of prison. Is it reasonable for them to have now ran all the way over there and shot?
No.
No.
Especially when Mickey was the first one shot, and that is what caused us to come to the prison.
So Matthew, I don't want this to be like, hey, this is it, right? I'm just kind of spitballing the picture here. Who escaped other than the two that turned themselves in? Matthew Colby.
And
Did we
take
find Lang
Lopez.
Buddha?
No, and someone just said to me MLPD, who was it? Someone was just speaking to me MLPD and said, oh, it's Jeb. Jeb said he's 100% sure that it was Lang Buddha in the vehicle, which was at the cargo bob.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
if you look at the photos I took, oh wait, I haven't put them in yet. I took photos from L1. You can see what looks like Lang near the cargo bob, and then they all like vanished.
So there was, and help me here. Wasn't there something that happened in prison earlier? Contraband
Look at
thrown into
weapons.
prison.
Hey, for my response
Yeah,
to
there's a-
that.
Lang
there's a
Buddha,
report.
Matthew Colby. Oh my God.
Whenever
I
I
have a
check
warrant out for
prisoner
Speedy for that one.
records,
And ain't no way.
Uh,
Sorry, just real quick. I'm gonna go on a bit of a limb here, and this isn't conclusive, right? This is just to help maybe draw our limited resources. Ain't no fucking way Lang is given any of that shit to 2-3 Pos, especially Benicio. Ain't no fucking way. I actually think what they were saying about being black bagged and all that shit may actually make sense. Because why the fuck would they break out those two? Am I tripping by saying that?
That's what I was confused about. So I could have swore that like New Babylonians were fully at war with the Faceless. So why did they get broken out today?
I think
What's
Edgar's
the motive?
was testing the tip last night. You know, I think he was seeing like,
He was what?
testing the tip.
That sounds.
You know about that,
crazy.
McNulty?
What?
Yeah. Yeah, that blue
always have your
popsicle.
fat around.
Yeah, and I think it went south. That's my suspicion. I just quick why he was burnt inside the Ron Oil building, Faceless related. It was a setup, but he went there freely by himself while his boys watched, and they won't say shit about it. So, and they're not on this burn the Faceless down shit. So what do I think? I think he went in there and goes, "Amigo, you have a new blueprint for me." And they're like, "Hell no, Edgar," and they fucking strapped his ass up and lit him on fire. So I think they've been testing the tip, and his boys on the outside just don't know what happened on the inside. You know what I mean? So What was the gun that was used in the airlock?
It is B9500
What type of
E22
gun?
dash.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't fucking know. He was shot with a small caliber rifle though.
You can tell from the casing, yeah, what kind of gun it came from.
This is your jam there, Ventura.
I
think-
think casing. I just don't know where it is. It's in the evidence locker, probably.
Fuck. Because
And check later.
this isn't going to be conclusive, right? But it'd be curious to know, similar to this gun from incident report 3564. Oh, you can't see DOC reports. Okay, so DOC report 35640 shows that Lang Buddha had a STG at 3:55 p.m.
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, Speedy
They-
gave it to him.
Yes, they took those. It'd
Yeah,
be
there was-
curious if it's a Babylonian gun that killed him or a non-Babylonian gun. This is
I can
Yep.
tell you when I get back to PD.
okay. This is simply honing in on the likeliest suspects and then sort of like focusing energy there.
I will tell you the guns, the 3 guns that were shot that I've identified so far are an M70. Well, I've identified 2, the M70, a Groza, and the third one is, like I said, is the one that we don't have in our database.
Those are probably 2 besties, realistically.
I think those were all from the island up north. So
Ooh.
suspectedly surrounding Lake Forehead on the island.
Oh, that's fantastic. So we can like rule out suspects because they're okay. Yeah.
What was the vehicle that the cargo bob was actually carrying? Did we get a plate
Sultan.
on that?
Red
Sultan?
Sultan.
And that's the one that he said was stolen, Miguel.
Yeah, and that was the one that was at the power plant, Miguel Elmarion's.
Okay.
I have a photo. Can anybody identify the individual in the back?
Which photo?
It is car fleeing after shooting at power plant number 1 in 35641. That's power plant Eldred shooting.
You see someone?
Nope. Just trying to take a little look.
I just got flashbang. So I'm going to work from my mobile MDT from now.
Let me.
This individual wearing a black fedora, I think, wearing a white suit, beard, no mask.
That looks like the outfit that Forehead was wearing when we took photos of them at the meeting.
And if we can corroborate that evidence, then yeah, he's
You said 1 or 2.
1.
Yeah, it'd be hard to prove, but that I guess kind of could match Forehead.
And further nails in the coffin.
This is.
I'm so glad that I have everyone around me in this circle on this and not just me and Ruby this time because this feels way more
Productive.
confident. Yeah, this was way better than the terrorism case.
Everybody here, let's tag them at the top of the report. They should be primary points of contact. Reason being, everyone here has a decent slice of what occurred, and this will prevent I like to call it two-bitting. You know, it's kind of where someone's like, well, I think this, and they don't have the information. It's going to drive us insane, right? We're focused right now. I want to maintain that focus. Who here can take primary, secondary point?
I'll take either. Maybe not
Okay.
primary.
Okay. Can
I'd
I,
rather that be
Aaron,
higher.
Maeve, can I put you both on this when Ventura command oversight and I slap a marshal on there as well? So it becomes like a 4-man squad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Divide and conquer is the game. And
I would like to know more about the what are you the people you were speaking to. You said you suspected them.
yes, I can throw the interrogation in. It was Benicio and Stanley, both of which claim. 1 second, I want to assign a marshal to this. Wait, Ventura, you didn't say yes or no yet.
Yeah, I'm just writing my statement.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Okay. Luca, who is around in their time space?
Ruth. And you.
I'm oversubscribed. Ruth is oversubscribed.
I mean, I can make it in. I'm kind of.
Can you make it in?
To that stuff.
I
Yeah,
need you to give them whatever they need on this.
Okay.
All right. So if you need to pull people, you pull people.
Okay. You need me to take like a shift towards one then.
Yes.
All right.
Guys, we can't have any roads violations this time.
Oh, good news. That's changing.
Is
we've
it?
been we've been
Actually?
well. Don't let the cat out of the bag, but there's been a lot of discussion around it.
I will not. I mean, he put on the docket that it was going to be revised.
Yeah. There's been a lot of good input. Okay. So if whoever's got it open, can you put the following? It's going to be night oversight, right? Primary Marshal Luca. Primary Command Ventura. Primary investigators Aaron and Maeve. All right. And then assisting, it's going to be everyone else. All right. These are the folks that we turn to on each one of these things. All right. Maeve, I want you taking like lead on this from the final decision making. I'm going to help you get there. All right. So the reason for that, I think, no, yeah. Look, we're going to be there to help you all the way through, but there needs to be that one person that puts the, now this is it. Like, here's the line. Because if we don't have that one point of decision making on the investigative side, we'll get in loops. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Do we have a list of who escaped? Because I went down like midway through this.
Surely DOC can give us an accurate list.
Chris, I need you working on that right now.
Yep. Duct Tape Lopez and Matthew Colby.
Hey,
What I was going to say
Jackson Colby's awake and is looking to be released from a hold. According to the report, needs to be released.
Yes.
With no charges pressed at this time. They will contact a marshal when they're awake and need an LSPD officer.
Beautiful. Chris, could you release them? And actually, who else? Wait, sorry, you were giving the list right now, right?
Yeah, so whenever you guys were off chasing, whenever I remained at the prison to clear it, that's whenever I found Mickey. I did take a snapshot at the current prisoner records, made sure all the prisoners were accounted for, and the only two that were not there were Matthew Colby and Duct Tape Lopez. Lang Buddha was not on the prisoner list at that time. So that doesn't mean, he got his collar broken off somehow.
So that's three released?
No. You guys need to keep in mind that we also didn't know about who are the two that showed up in RPD. We didn't know about those two until they turned up.
True. So, that is, you're not wrong.
But I'm telling you, surely.
Wait, where was he shot at the airlock?
Right outside, like the little hut.
Rip.
Yeah.
So, I'm just gonna tell them what that is. Well, I learned in my second week as a marshal, there is what people do if you want to escape. Instead of picking the power. I'm not saying this happened, but this is what it's sounding like already. Is you take a DOC hostage and you make them put an ankle bracelet on you. You then or some shit like that, and you get to the gate, and then you make them take it off and put it on or some shit, and the computer system goes, and instead of local DOC getting involved, you can just walk right out.
Well, no one walked out.
They weren't on there.
No. And while I recognize that, But
you're
what that
saying
would do,
the local DOC won't come grab you after the fact, no matter how you
exactly, exactly. So I'm not. So obviously, in this particular circumstance, we know that. You know, I don't know enough about the prison system, but I'm presuming with the power being out, blah blah blah, people would have been able to just get out anyways, right? But the point I'm making here is that that could have been a contingency, because otherwise, why the fuck is he dead at the spot that we normally find dead DOC during escapes? You know, you see my vibe?
Peters, you able to give
So-
Jonah a call and just talk him through whatever the fuck you need him to do?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, Brian, did you say what you like about your interrogation? Like why were they your main suspects? I don't know.
So
if I heard
those
that
two went in there because last night, you know, they clapped cops and valued their class twos over Edgar de Castillo. I say it that way because it's funny as fuck. But we threw them in for 24-hour as we're dealing with a bunch of other shit. And let's say I interrogated them. They lied about what happened yesterday, in my opinion. They only told me what they could conveniently say. And therefore, when I asked them about the prison, I don't really fully trust them. But they claim that they were that they were talking to Frank in visitation. And then Frank, the news guy. And then the power went out. So Benicio took his knife out because he was scared. And then because it's dark, someone beat him and put black bags on his head. And next thing you know, they felt like they were in a helicopter, like, you know, and then the next thing you know, they were in a vehicle. And then allegedly the masks were taken off while in some car. And then they were kicked onto the front steps of Mission Row PD. I don't buy any of that shit. I believe they were talking to Frank. I believe that they may know who did the stabbing, because if they were in visitation, right, they probably weren't the one that shot DOC. Nor do I think they would have. The Babylonians, let's say that's where the guns came from, would not have provided that. But I don't know, man. What I'm trying to say here, I'm not certain if they were involved or not. There's enough lies in their original story that it's hard to believe their story about what happened inside prison. Both of them are very scared to tell the truth, even if it helps them.
So do we have like a primary suspect for who we think shot Mickey?
I think we need that. Luca, can you do us a favor and get Ventura? Do you want to tell him what to do and we get that casing and maybe start there?
I can do. I have to take a nap before doing it, but somebody just has to go to the evidence locker and find the casing, the specific one, which is the string. What was the string?
Started B something.
I can do that. I can.
Yeah, you'll be given. It'll say like a serial number. It'll say something. It'll say other. And you reference the casing database. Yeah, you reference the casing database and find the gun that matches that casing, and it'll tell you what type of gun shot them.
Sure, we're just looking for what type of firearm it was.
How many times was that casing?
I think there's only one
found
casing, one
around the
projectile.
prison? One?
Yeah, right next to where the projectile next to his body was.
Yeah, just one. I'm seeing that too. Yeah, one projectile, one casing. It wasn't found anywhere else in the prison. Was it found anywhere else on any other scenes?
It was not on the power plant scene.
Not yet. I will say though, I think there is a projectile from the gun that I believe Forehead had. Somewhat, if you went to the VR, you could see it. It's on like the fence, the inner fence of the prison. So I guess shot in the same direction of where Mickey would be, but not close enough that I would say you hit him or might have hit him. You know.
Okay. Is there? Who was the first person on scene?
No clue.
Which scene?
On like, so I was at the power plant when the stuff at the prison started happening. So it was the Cargo Bub crew on channel 18 that were.
You were
there
the
for
Riker,
when it
right?
started.
Do you know McNulty? Were you there? Like, how early were you there? The cargo bomb?
For what part?
Who arrived at the? Who was first on scene at prison?
For when that cargo bomb flew the fuck in?
Mhm.
Not me, brother.
I think it was Opal.
I was at LSIA monitoring those cars, if you recall.
Yeah, I was
and
with
then
you.
And then I was like, wait a minute. I hopped over to 15 when they said, when they 311 talking about a heli near the prison, or someone on ATC said it, maybe Aaron. And I hopped over to 15 and they were like, yeah, there's a car, blah, blah, blah. And then all I hear is, oh my God, they're shooting at us. So I called 78s.
I'm with Riker. I think Opal was one of the first.
Yeah, one of the first voices I heard on top of a rooftop getting shot at was Opal.
Okay, we need Opal's help then, because she was going to have a lot of information about what happened on the ground there. She might have seen something. She might have seen which person shot him.
Yeah,
She
very
was also
true.
up for a long time. She didn't get instantly shot down. She stayed up.
Yeah, I know Bean was in Air 1. Crystal was in Air 1.
I'm gonna scan the report.
Yeah, we need to find who was like the earliest, who's got the earliest info. Talk to them, get their full detailed statement. Is there any places, while we're still in the storm, is there any places of evidence that we need to go and collect, like right now? Anything?
We got the island, right? Ventura, that one. We got power plant.
Yeah.
I've got pictures of them getting in that heli on that island. The one where they shot you at and used that pilot instructor's heli.
Oh, I'd be tempted to just go redo the Zancudo and the power plant just to double check. Just make sure that there's absolutely nothing missing. I know they've both been done. But...
Is there any vehicles that were abandoned that were not documented?
No. The only vehicle they used that we can confirm. Well, I documented the boat that they fled in. We documented the cargo bob. We never found the Sultan, and I don't think we ever recovered any of the Froggers.
Okay. We need to list in this vehicle section all the vehicles we saw when they were used. So the Sultan with the plate. Rosalind, did you get a plate on the? Did anyone get a plate on the Sultan that was being carried by the cargo bob?
I think it was determined to be Miguel's. No, like didn't we based off?
No. I don't think we can positively say that. We got a plate of it leaving the power plant. I called it out. I have a photo of it as the Red Sultan. Lex got the plate of it as Miguel Almirion's. It was then seen being carried by the cargo, but was never positively identified as the same vehicle.
Okay. Because the plate I have was Miguel's Sultan. It was seen the first time we saw the cargo bob when it was heading
at the power plant. Remember?
Yeah. We went to the power plant and I clocked his plate there.
Is that the thing the Bob picked up at the end? It was.
So yeah, that vehicle was involved like the entire time.
Mm-hmm. And the only time we lost eyes on it was the 32 minutes between them traveling from the power plant to the prison.
Okay.
Is there even a way we can get an escape list?
I mean, what I'm telling you, Brian, is like I feel like it's impossible that I feel like there's.
I don't think there's a way.
There's no way in hell that we can't. The DOC cannot find a way to tell us which prisoners they don't have in the prison anymore.
Chris, can you? That's what I want you to focus on right now. I'd say go down there and see whatever you can do to try to get an appropriate list. Like,
apron.
Yeah, the sooner we get that, the better, because there's the murderer, right? But at the equal point, like we need to figure out who's escaped. Right now, I'm thinking Matthew Colby is like the only confirmed. But
so
Gary also said duct tape is also confirmed.
Duct tape?
Yes. So
yeah,
duct tape Lopez. Yes.
Oh, confirmed,
whenever-
like 100%, right?
When I spoke to him, I was checking the inmate list, and he says the ones he can 100% confirm is Matthew Colby and Duct Tape.
Okay. What I want you to do, Chris, is get them to write like a hyper detailed DLC report as to how did they come into that conclusion, as well as the list. And what we're gonna do is
figure out who was in the prison at the time.
It's going to be a bit of both. We need to figure out who is in the prison at the time, but who's absolutely escaped. Because while this circle right now, we're kind of like talking about who did it, who did the murder, and like what happened inside. Separately, I want Chris to focus on identifying an escape list, right? Because that's going to have a very equal weight. Well, not equal, but you get what I'm saying.
Right. Like I said, whenever I was at the prison and I learned that information from, what's his face, Gary, I went in and searched the prison, gathered all the lifers that I could find, and I did a head count, checked the prison records, and the two that were missing were Duct Tape Lopez and Matthew Colby.
Okay. See what you can get from DOC. If you need to contact the warden to have her wake up and help figure out the exact things and not guesses. Yeah, that's what I want. I want like the warden literally signing off. These are who escaped based on my based on our best best faith belief.
Ever?
All right. Thank you.
The warden is currently on a honeymoon and may not be able to reply.
Shit. So who's second in command?
Christian Toe.
Could you assist Chris with making sure that's handled? He knows what the TLDR is.
Sure.
Pretty much we want a DOC report with what we need the most precise who has escaped, why we believe it's escaped, and what measures were used to figure out what that escape list looks like.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we'll probably have to get a hold of Gary.
Yeah.
I do want to get his statement.
Maeve, just added all the officers I can recall being on the scene. Actually, I didn't add Ventura.
Thank you, Erin. You're a gem. I would like to figure out a list of lifers, inmates who were in there at the time. Was Mickey the only DOC on duty?
I do have a bit of a charity on top. Depends. I don't know if it's good news or bad news. But you know the way I'm just Ken and I'm great at doing stuff?
Yeah.
Knight, you recall that I was like, oh, hey, Misha Standall's car is parked in one of those bushes off the echelon.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to, document the vehicles, your usual suspects. Andre Tyson, Misha Standall, Nate Karuma, William Hunter, Stephen O'Connor, and a 1060 vehicle. I was like, okay, just going to do my usual. I'm going to watch, monitor, take a picture of them leaving, which I got. Of them leaving the building. With the, they were putting their fingers up in the air and dabbing. So clearly they're aware, we're watching that. So I thought, what's a good idea that no one's probably ever thought of? Well, I knocked on the door.
Huh?
What the fuck, McNulty?
Yeah. I spoke to an individual on an intercom. Yeah, I thought I just knocked. Told them I was their neighbor, and I was trying to be neighborly. I'm not sure who it was, but very gargly, in an intercom kind of voice. But they knew who I was, and they were like, yeah, I've known who you are since you lost your eye. And then brought up my car bombing. And then said that apparently their boss wants to meet me.
Well,
So
Listen,
I
I
said,
need you for at least another 2 weeks. Let's wait till Lane is trained up, and then that's the line.
One I get killed.
Once trained. Well, listen, like, yeah, I mean, listen, I don't think he's meeting you to give you a hug. You know what I mean?
well, but I'm taking that fucking opportunity. Why wouldn't I?
I
They said
see
they'd
what
be
you
in
mean.
contact.
Actually, this is okay. Let's put a pin on that. Remind me tomorrow if we don't re-engage today. But enemy of the state is nearly across the line, which means, you know, a lot we can do with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just thought, hey, why not just knock on their fucking door? And lo and behold, they were.
Is this Brandon 2.0?
We're going to meet the boss. Like, we could just strap a bomb to you and send you in that meeting.
Oh my God,
What?
Veronica's
What
a
did you say?
deputy now. I can use the "Do you love your country" line once
No, she's
again.
not.
What? She's not deputy mayor?
Yes. Oh, sorry. They mean cop deputy.
No one's strapping a fucking bomb to me. I
I
lost
thought you
my eye
meant
to a bomb.
Veronica. Oh. No,
She's
not on
deputy
you.
mayor.
I'm
She's deputy
saying.
mayor, but I thought you meant cop deputy, not deputy mayor.
Oh.
No,
McNulty, just as additional, I'm fairly certain Misha Standor was there when you finished your discussion with Benicio prison. But I can't see how he got into prison. He wasn't charged with anything.
Misha can get confusing a little bit because Misha's like the crim version of like a tea sipper. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, valid.
yeah.
He's a little
Like
better.
he was there
even
during
turned up
the
to Bruce's
yeah,
wedding, yeah.
exactly. He ran all the way from the Strawberry gas station with a fucking coffee cup. So what's going on here, guys?
Did you guys know that the type of food you eat directly affects your physical? I know, dude. I was mind blown like that too. I just blew Ventura's mind. Didn't even need to finish.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The type of food you eat directly affects your like physical abilities. Like if you eat a lot of sushi, you can swim better. And there's an app on your J phone that will tell you how good your fitness is.
So you're saying faceless assets can fuck?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Look at your J phone and scroll to the bottom. No.
Oh
no,
yeah.
please.
Oh yeah. He's talking about. Yeah, you can get stronger with certain foods and swim better.
Protein.
Yeah.
And if you pass out, you lose all your progress.
No, not all of it. You lose like 10, 20%.
What nonsense are you yapping? I
sounds
pass
like
out and lose all my
magical
progress
rings.
eating my fucking dinner?
No.
Yes.
Look, so on your phone over there, there's a fitness app. Hold the J button, like hold the J key on your cell phone, and it'll pull up this fitness app, and it tracks your stamina and your strength and your swimming, and so the different stalls they put different like vitamins, inside
Like sushi
there.
has omega-3, which is good for your swimming.
Yeah. How did we get to that? How did we segue to this?
That's what I'm saying. The tangent you went off has confused the shit out of me.
Okay.
I you guys are like a mental break from the gymnastics we're doing here, and Ventura's.
I think that makes it worse for them.
Yeah, now I'm more confused. Okay.
All right.
Is there anything else that I'm required for? So
I just added to the report the photo of the cargo bob that I took while I was in Cyprus, the pictures I saw of the people on the beach, and photos I took from Air One in the prison.
And Ventura's checking. Maeve, let me know if Chris gets you what you need, right? And that goes with you as well, Aaron. Is like I want to make sure he's getting you like Warden stamped. Here's the escape list to help you. I don't know why I just segued. I'm doing the same thing. Maeve, you asked a question. I completely skipped it. I'm so sorry.
Did I ask a question?
Did you?
Are we just all cooked? We need to come back
no,
tomorrow.
I asked if there was anything else that is required of me. If not, instead of going around in circles, I'll
Probably Maeve is going to, since you're on this list of people, and my screen just went white. We're probably gonna Maeve and Aaron might be pulling you into asking for some things.
Hey, phone.
Yep.
Probably interrogations. We're gonna have to interrogate a whole bunch of people, lifers. So might need some help with that.
Hey, phone.
And did you put the photos you had of the people shooting on the island yet, or no?
No.
Okay.
No, I was too busy worrying. I'm fucking Mr. Blues meeting.
Mr. Blue Balls?
Yeah. Put the gold.
Mr. Blue.
Anyone recognize? I put in 3 photos. They're quite bad, but Air 1 photo of prison 1, 2, and 3. They're near the top of the evidence list. Anyone recognize any of those people?
I'm gonna open up my external. Could you
Pretty
give
sure the
me
one closest
the
to the
report
cargo
number?
bob is Lang.
Well, it isn't Lang's time up.
No,
Negative.
he was on the run the whole time.
Oh, you know what? I just realized the photo, Air 1 photo of prison 3 has the guy in the black tracksuit and the guy in the security guard outfit. Both of those people, you can see them in beach meeting 3 and 1. Exact same outfits, didn't even change. And then those are the 2 people that Rosner spotted in the car and has a photo of. And the blood at the prison shows 2 people. One is Aubrey Webster and one's Miguel.
Yeah, we have photos of them pretty much at all 3 scenes.
Yeah.
As well as Aubrey Wester's DNA on the island at the end.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And he wasn't wearing a mask.
Those pictures are in. I got a dip.
Ah, God bless.
I'll get my statement in, and I'll probably be around tomorrow, right?
The one to the side of the car looks like what Matthew Colby was wearing earlier. He was
Is Matthew
shirtless.
Colby the shirtless with like slick back
Yeah.
hair? Yeah, that is him then.
The GPS tracker is going to be interesting too, because that can be a clue in.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get any closer for those photos because otherwise we would have been shot down.
The good
He
thing
also made a
about
comment to me earlier about, I hope you have a fantastic day today, Aaron, in like a really sarcastic voice. So as if he like knew something was about to happen.
I also have something on that, but it's probably, could just be Crims being Crims. But when I was processing Vidal earlier, you remember the shootout we had at the news board?
Yeah, phone.
When we were processing Vidal, he was like, "Oh, please go."
I
easy
think
on my
they
time."
shot
And
him
he's like, I'm gonna
escaping.
be busy today. Me and the boys are gonna be busy.
My shit scuffed out.
I mean, what do we have on technically the besties here? Like the
besties organized a prison escape.
Okay.
They must have,
So
right?
there's no like hag charges for them, right?
I'm sorry?
Felony
Is there
murder.
any hag charges that we're looking at for the besties? Like we know they most likely probably
They
weren't the
become
ones
accomplices to murder.
Accomplice, okay.
Yeah.
That's the only hag charge?
The challenging thing here is like, okay, so like I want to use New Babylon as an example. So with the New Babylon thing, there was a series of individuals that were inside that book thing, right? And they opened fire on Jimbo, right? And so they all are murder, right? And I want to read the ruling to to confirm kind of how that was made, because it will give us insight of what the DOJ may be thinking. But in this particular case, it sounds like it's a bullet, a individual that did the murder that is not inherently... how do I put this? It didn't necessarily aid the escape, right? And I'm... Because did they need to shoot this guy to escape? No, right? Like as a collective. So the question as to whether they're accomplices becomes like, technically they are accomplices or accessories, but not as much as like the New Babylon situation. And it also means that we're going to need to figure out the primary actor. Otherwise, I don't think that would be upheld in court, where we just say everyone did the murder. You know what I mean? That's not to say we don't necessarily do that. I'm just saying that would be a very difficult argument.
I agree.
I don't know if this is weird, but we're gonna need to see that DOC report more than anything.
Aiding and abetting a Hague offense only applying to before they are charged is kind of a pain, because otherwise it's just prison break, right?
Yeah, this would be prison break.
40 months, $2,400 for shooting a bunch of officers, blowing up the power plant, and fleeing.
Is there a way to answer with
unless,
with my
you have,
F8 muscle?
Have you I had this issue the other day when my MDT blew up in my face. Just in your dispatch, UIR and reset your MDT and all that jazz, and you might get something back.
Oh, okay.
Can you use your phone?
Nope.
You might need to nap.
Yeah, but then I'm not going to know who.
Who called you?
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna check if the doctor is still using the same.
Just because there
All
might
right,
be
I'm
a
gonna take a
detail
nap.
that they remember.
Oh, actually, wait, no.
Yo, this is really cool. I don't think we realistically are going to get murder on this without the gun. I think without the gun, it's a waste of time. Yeah, you could get prison break, but this is a situation where you need the gun. Without a primary actor, you're fucked. charges need to be based on good faith. It's hard to make a good faith argument as to how to arrive as a primary actor. Now, there might be missing statements that might tell some of that story, because we probably only have like 20% of the statements in. We know where the death occurred. We need this gun. Whatever bullet was over here. Ooh, I don't want to look in there yet. I don't like looking at things like before it's done. I think it's like unfair to the builder. You know what I mean? Let him cook.
Huh.
I have to head off duty in an hour. I'm gonna head out there. I submitted my statement, all the evidence I took. Let me know
Could
if you
you
need
could
anything,
you find what gun the
Yeah, I will find out what gunshot and I'll text
Okay.
Maeve what kind.
Fucking legend. Hell yeah, thank you.
All right, see you guys.
Yep. I
Bye.
don't want to I want to set expectations here.
48.
And this is a don't break your back, right? The reality is we're probably going to need the gun. Otherwise, this is going to be cooked. In terms of the murder. I'm just sort of I was thinking about this based on the scene that occurred. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not wrong for us to charge them all with murder, right? Or accessory or accomplice. But based on this scene, we pretty much need that murder weapon, given that the evidence isolates it to a singular shooter, right? And when you're not typically in these court cases, if you're unable to isolate to a single shooter, like a primary actor, you can't just blanket accessory or blanket the murder because there is no felony murder rule, right?
Did we flip bunks, all that shit?
No, but based on what we observed, I don't think it's reasonable to, I mean, that's
question.
We didn't, but if it was in the prison, it might be RIP. Not to say we shouldn't flip them, but that's a good point.
Could we raid the individuals we have identified on scene for the murder weapon?
I don't think it was them. I think they're accomplice, but I don't think they were the ones who took that shot on him.
Samantha Stewart is a lifer, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's 100% sure that Matthew Colby is broken out, considering 3 hours ago she put the 2-time and then a king's crown. Matthew Colby's already broke out of prison once. And then he then later on put tried to post out. She put a crown back to him. Another person said W, and Lopez duct tape said keep the bleachers warm to somebody else.
Is there anyone who's sticking around that would want to go maybe just flip bunk, see if has that been anything stashed in the prison?
Luca McAllister, could you help us? Actually, you and I need to get done with the other stuff before the that ends. Luca, could
It
you?
is just being signed.
It's been signed?
Yep, everything's ready. Thanks.
I have not given anyone a hug in 6 months.
Thank you.
He put his life on the line for 3 months, making it seem like we all hated him. Just to
What?
infiltrate.
Wait, I was gonna say.
He infiltrated the ex-marshal group. I fake fired him.
That's fucking sick.
James
Yeah.
Peralta would be shaking in his knees.
Wait till you hear we
Also-
got a marshal among the Babylonians that they don't know about yet.
I do have further information when it comes to Life is Escaping Bolingbroke because I've had to deal with that before.
Okay.
I think how they most likely could have done it is they probably I don't know as to how Mickey went down or how Gary went down, but usually they'd have
Yeah,
to
there is
hold one of the marks
a
specifically for
marshal
lifers to let them
undercover
put
with the
collars on.
Babylonians. Yo, chicken!
Yeah, we need to get a
What up,
statement
man?
from Gary actually, because he didn't alpha either. He bravoed.
Yo,
Straight
what up,
after the
brother? Show
13
him some
alpha.
love, chat!
So
Frank!
I'll tell you guys as
Gary.
to what happened on their radio because I was on their radio before anyone else, before I was incapacitated by a car. Gary was shitting himself. Gary didn't know as to what to do. Mickey was coordinating the entire situation between myself and him. Gary was just incoherent. He was just sitting up in a towel, essentially. Like, Gary didn't know as to what the hell. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, Gary being scared did something that he probably wasn't supposed to, and then, you know.
Ventura just texted a vector was the weapon.
Oof. That. Well, rip. Because that means it probably was the besties.
But what bullets does that take?
It's
Victor
45.
Bliss. Yeah.
9 mil
So
or 45.
small
Yeah,
caliber.
small
Okay.
Yeah.
pistol caliber.
Wait, what is a vector? I don't.
Little
A
submachine gun.
vector
Yeah.
is like a. Think of it of like a, you know, MP, like modern day MP7. Except it's hyper lightweight alongside the bullets. Actually, Luca, what is a vector? Luca!
Vector is it's a very like ultralight SMG composite body, kind of a one-piece setup. Really high rate of fire. I believe they come in multiple calibers, but most popular would be 9mm or 45. But they come in pistol calibers like most SMGs. I think there's a version that shoots 10mm, but that would be a really rare piece of firearms to catch here. I think most people run them with an extended magazine because they fire at such an extreme rate. Possibly even like a drum magazine or something like that, somewhere between 35 and probably 50 rounds. But yeah, good up close, not really good at distance, I'd imagine. Yeah.
Exceptional recoil control.
Yeah, basically none.
Yep.
What was it I once heard somebody say? A Glockatron?
Yeah, is a Glockatron a vector?
No.
No.
No. It's not one of those, but think of that as a similar thing. It's a
True.
pistol with a bunch
Yeah.
of stuff attached to it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It is like a Glockatron. It's like,
Yeah.
I've been searching Twitter from like the time all this happened. 2 hours ago, Duct Tape Lopez put, spend 1.5 years at Bolingbroke. Fuck that place, we out.
oh, this is, in a way, this is good.
Can we get all the Tabata post documented, Aaron?
Great point. Yeah.
And then Matthew Colby put, Scotty would be so proud.
He would be, to be honest.
And then he said, keep the bleachers warm.
So the nice thing about the vector is we can remove, in my opinion, the 2-3 pause guys, in relation to having been the shooters, right?
If he was held up at the gate, though, like, why was he shot at the airlock?
Because you would have been letting them out.
So, I mean, the gate was open. When we got there, I remember Opal calling out, the gate's unlocked. So he must have unlocked it and been shot, but he was shot inside the airlock.
Wait,
Not
just-
necessarily. When a power outage occurs, the gate's open.
Oh,
I was
It's
gonna
probably
say-
a case of, hey, let's shoot him down before he relays on the radio, hey, this person's escaped, so that, you know, we have time to get there. They get time to get away, kind of
Which
thing.
has happened before. Mickey himself was actually shot the last time the New Babylonians escaped by Lang Buddha.
For for lifers, do they remain on the prison records after, like, post facto? They were still
don't know.
on the prison records. I just put that.
I
in
would
evidence.
presume so.
I know last time
Lifers are different.
they did, yeah.
And whereas, like, you know, if we're thinking Lang got broken out,
Keep choking on faceless dick,
he was
bitch.
not on the prisoner records at that time. So
Yeah, lifers are different.
Just for clarification, I think Opal stated that only one of the doors
shit.
was locked.
Wait.
And either way,
Oh.
I'd much rather run back in and escape in a helicopter than run on foot into police officers.
well, they also might have maybe been testing, make sure that, like, that Mickey actually did his job.
Very true. Look at Eliza Stellano 12 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
I saw that.
Keep choking
Yeah.
on that faceless dick. Stanley Tuttles is the one that got released and brought back in. And I was making it a point that I don't want to lose sight of this, is that yesterday Edgar went and spoke with the faceless, or got because they've said that much. He was meeting with someone at Ron Oil. We know it was the faceless based on the evidence that we collected and a bunch of other shit that happened. And Benicio and Stanley didn't want to say shit about it. They didn't really do much and assist. They may have willingly willingly tried to escape, is what I'm trying to say.
I had a thought, and I'm starting to lose it because I'm so cooked. Why would they need to hold him up and get the things put on and then shoot him if the doors were open by the power outage?
Because lifers are different.
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, I'm trying to think. Okay, he was shot at the gate because he must have been forced to let someone out and open the gates, but then we said the power outage caused the gates to open, so why would they need to hold him up?
Sorry, maybe
Put the
I'm
collars
missing.
onto the lifers.
Yeah,
put
what do
collars
you
on
mean
them,
by
okay.
that? Like, so when you say for the circle, when you say lifers are different, what does that mean?
So, when lifers are brought into the state, they are heavily secured by local DOC, from what I know. You'd have to ask the warden for more information. People have actually experienced a prison break scenario before.
That's
I
what it
have,
is.
based off the last time.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong here. The DOC gate IT collar trick is used by those that are used by everybody if they don't shut down the power plant to escape.
Yes.
However, the power plant shutting down the security is only good for residents of San Andreas, not the lifers.
Bingo.
So the only reason he would have had to be at the gate is to help a lifer.
Matthew Colby, faceless asset. The
So
one
this
that
is
was
why-
behind some of the murders with Edgar de Castillo like 8 months back or whatever.
Okay, this is helping a lot, this information, because now my suspect is definitely not besties or lying. I mean, the other
I wouldn't go
accomplice, this whole
too.
shit show.
So I'm going to give you a bit of a counterpoint is that I'm not sure if we now know enough because of the vector. That vector is 90% chance one of these new weapons since 1010 and has only started hitting the street. That vector is like 90% would have come from besties and not from Babylonians or lifers, right? So...
Wasn't there a report of somebody throwing guns into the prison?
Yeah, but that's New Babylon. They're not going to have
This was
vectors.
also called. Yeah, those are all secured after the fact.
They were? Okay.
Speedy handed them off to Lang. Lang was arrested, and those class 2s were confiscated off his person.
Yeah.
And Speedy shot at me, and he used one of those. Did you say it was an STG? Or was it an SIG?
STG, yeah, and that's a New Babylonian. Is believed to be a New Babylonian constructed weapon.
Yeah, he shot at me with one of those. I saw it in his fucking hands.
We know Faceless was involved with this. I wouldn't say for certain, but like high likelihood. Besties affiliated.
I looked up Vector in evidence. There's only one that's been put into evidence, and it was 4 days ago. Rosner found one on Miguel.
Yeah.
Wait, what I find on Miguel?
Sorry, you didn't find it? Your report, OIS with besties, Miguel had a Vector, and that is the only one that's ever been put into evidence.
I think we might have enough to try and push a raid on Miguel.
I wouldn't doubt it, but these guys have so many houses. The chance of finding the weapon is, I mean, we should do it for sure. Here's what I'm thinking. I think that they wanted besties went in there to break out Matthew Colby. And everyone else is consequential. Matthew Colby's been a long time Faceless asset and has been broken out multiple times. And if they wanted to get him out, they would have needed to kill Mickey. Anyone else that may have broken out is just a consequence. But I don't know. That's just my working theory.
Though?
Well, we don't know if Lang escaped, right? Do we? For certain?
Wait, is it with not for
the
certain,
photo,
but-
right?
Yeah.
I'm fairly, like, I'm 80% sure the photos I took of the people getting in the car and the cargo bob, Lang is one of them.
But
I mean, when
not
you say
were there,
why
'cause-
Lang, because besties and Lang aren't beefing no more, as far as I'm aware. And if you're in there for prison, I mean, Lang's gonna be like, "Yo, get me on that dumb fuck," and they're just gonna be like, "I bet." You know what I mean? I mean, if there's a seat, there's a seat.
Sentencing for this murder, the reason that Lang's in there right now, or wasn't besties there, especially Miguel and Forehead, cussing out New Babylon as snitches, and they called them rat bastards, and they hope they all got life.
Wait, you're right.
Could they have like tried
Wait.
to? Could this be like a Faceless mission to kidnap Lang?
But where's
That's
Lang's body then?
I'm not saying kill him.
Well, yeah, but that would be the natural course of action, no? You ain't breaking out some... Yeah, why would you break him out and just be like, all right, buddy, we're going to see you later to shoot you? No, you're going to execute a motherfucker.
Do we still
Yeah,
have the
but
wiretap?
if Mr. Blue wants to have a conversation with Lang, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
No, these are all good thoughts. I think we have to kind of workshop. Realistically, Lang would not know this is Faceless related, right? We know this from the stuff we observed on the outside. Going back to the murder, though, that vector has to be besties. The gun starts with the besties, whether they gave it to someone unknown. But why would they go into... Yeah.
I don't know. The fact that we've only ever found one vector before, and it was on Miguel.
Yeah,
Who was
there.
our lead suspect in this with his vehicle and face and blood all over the fucking scene.
It's not about an enemy thing, chat. He would not necessarily know the faceless was involved. Oh my god.
What?
Okay, you ready for this?
Joe.
This needs to, like, don't let it leave this circle, because I'm not saying we're doing it, and I would never do this without an agreement with the majority here. Lang's been in there long enough. We drop his charges, and we tell us who did it.
He killed Jimbo.
Maeve. Like, okay. How much never mind. Motherfuckers went into this shootout with his gun, and ain't nobody stopped that shit. His body was pranced around for 4 hours.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But I mean,
right?
Like,
he's getting out regardless. You know what I mean? I'm just floating that. You know what I mean? Like, that might be the end.
what I'm saying is, like, I don't think that would go down easy with LSPD if we gave off time for one of their members dying.
Yeah.
I mean, counter, you could also go super hard on Speedy, who, if we catch on a warrant, goes back in for 3 years.
You don't think Speedy did all this to get back at Lang, do you?
No, Speedy was giving Lang weapons, but mere hours
I
before.
know. Speedy also wanted to bring down New Babylon. They fucking threw him in prison. Look, I'm going off the deep end, to be honest. Yeah.
So apparently a phone got found on Lang earlier, but I can't find it.
Oh, I got a phone off Benicio, and Chris has the one off of
Stanley.
Yep. Mine is empty. Did you check your phone?
No, let me do that.
Mickey had 3 spare phones on him that I think had 2 of them had SIMs, which we need to go through.
Let me check his DOC reports.
I would 100%.
Photos in.
Listen, Brian doesn't give a fuck about Jimbo, bro. Listen, hey, I like the role player, but Brian doesn't give a shit that Jimbo died.
There's a report from around 5 hours ago.
Like,
there's absolutely nothing on it.
Jimbo was barely a cop the last 2 months.
A gun, a bunch of tourniquets, bandages, grenades, etc. There's nothing else to do with phones, I think.
Well, that'll be the situation that I have the report for. Which is a pain, because I was going to get his statement regarding that in order to see if I needed to push weapons trafficking on Speedy.
Oh, another thing. We looked over Mickey at the hospital, got everything documented. He never got a chance to shoot his gun. He was not GSR positive. And it wasn't like a, like... We checked after the surgery, but doctor no GSR, like anything before, like when we brought him in.
Do we know if this guard was well liked within the lifers?
Mickey was like, I think, well, I mean, that Chris, McAllister?
Most of the lifers loved Mickey for the most part. Other guards, not so much sometimes, but, you know, generally well liked.
So, obviously, they don't know about him dying yet, right? What about if, we give them that information and see if any of them talk?
I mean, I would like to get information about which lifers were in there when it happened, which I think
I
Vicky's
just
working on.
I put a picture of the prisoner records in evidence.
Ooh, how did the? Okay.
Oh,
where is
my
it?
MDT blew up. That means it's time for me to go to bed.
Yeah. Hey, we'll keep the fire lit. I think tomorrow post tsunami we should rendezvous and see where things are at and probably chop off like Aaron said, like who to interview, right? I think that's actually a really good shout. There were prisoners there. I'm going to be honest, the 3 that are currently in there sound like they not all in their head. But that could be useful. Raids could work. What can we do tonight? Maeve, Aaron, what do you think?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
My suggestion for like time sensitive stuff was searching the prison for any weapons that had been stashed in there that may have fingerprints on them. But then we established it was a vector, so I doubt it would still be in the prison.
If we are willing and wanting to do it, we're gonna raid on Miguel Almirion. He does have a house as well as a shit ton of fucking vehicles.
No harm in writing that up, right? Whether you deploy it or not.
Oh, say again?
No harm in at least writing that up so you have it, and then you can choose whether or not you want to deploy it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to sleep here, guys, because I literally can't get my MDT out of my face.
Hey, good shit.
I can take care of the car.
Can you take care of my
If
car?
you give it to me, I'll drive it back.
You Slim Jim it? I literally can't
Yeah,
put my
Yeah,
MDT
that's
down.
fine. Yeah.
Okay. Can someone take me to a quiet corner? Good night, guys.
Okay. Chris, can you do me a solid? Can you put this into evidence with the other phone? I just handed it to you.
Yes. Do you still want me to make this a separate report?
Yeah. Put it into evidence. Yeah, and I'll put the yeah, we can put it in this one, I think.
So put it in the Cargo Bob prison break.
Yeah. I'm gonna put my photos in as well.
Gotcha.
We could run subpoenas on those. I mean, my shit, it's empty. Both of them are empty, so
Yeah.
yeah.
But still, if they had any, if they made any phone calls,
I actually could.
that.
Yeah, run it through the same like DOC one. You know what I mean? We'll just like, hey, these are confiscated from 2 inmates. Boom, boom.
Question. Are you able to find out who the original registered owner of the SIM card is, or is it just tough shit on there?
Not the ones in prison. The only time is if you use your credit card at the click levers.
Oh, those that. Okay.
We have to put warrants out too, don't we? Let me see. What is...
All right, I'm gonna go as well.
Hey, good work today.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you, bud.
Geronimo.
Oh wait, I need keys to what's her name? Alright. I'm gonna write up this search and seizure. I'll speak with Maeve and Raka tomorrow about it.
Hell yeah.
But I should
Alright, sounds
probably
good.
have that done within the next hour. Shouldn't be too hard. Alright. God bless.
See you, Rosa.
I'm gonna try and locate the phone which Lang got caught with earlier, and get a subpoena
Okay.
off that as well, and then sort out the Kukulski shit.
I'm putting tags up right now. Murder, prison break. Oh my god. Escaped inmates. Who are the people that escaped?
Matthew Colby. Matthew Colby, Duct Tape Lopez, Lang Buddha? Question mark.
How do we? Is there no way for DOC to get confirmation on that?
Outside of what I did
Have-
to get to get a head count,
Have
go around
we?
and clear the prison.
I got it. Have we been able to get in contact with like DOC High Command, either Christian Toe or the warden?
No.
Shit. Okay. Okay. Luca, I think the biggest thing I need out of you on this one is kind of ensuring everyone's kind of making forward progress.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest reason for that is my attention's going to keep getting divided in different directions. I will see how you guys are progressing, but I need you to be that like point person.
That's kind of what I planned on. I wasn't there for the initial incident or anything. I'm just
Mhm.
going to kind of be a resource and a driver, if you will, and just come
Yeah.
around those like earlier shift one times, like kind of before you come around, check in, just, you know, hit everybody up, see what I can do to help them or facilitate, and just kind of keep the,
I made
keep
a
the
little
pace.
thing here that says things that need to be done. And
I'm going to open an investigation on the tool too, so we have a task board.
I like that. So we got reports need to be done, like confirmation, like warrants for escaped inmates, right? Determine who murdered Mickey. All right. You see that little thing that I just put up? Like things that need to be done. I got a little background on it as well.
Yeah, I just opened that investigation too. Prison escape murder.
Yeah. I want you to kind of make that list in there and next to it sort of put the assignees. Chris, I'm going to give you the warrants for the escaped inmates. Because I think that makes the most amount of sense. You have a lot of familiarity with DOC. And I'm going to make you a secondary there, McAllister, since you've also got some experience. I don't want to chop too much. I want you guys mostly to focus on the DOC interfacing on this. So, and while the rest of them focus on the murder stuff, because I know you have other things on your plates as well.
We've got Chris assigned to subpoenas for escaped inmates.
Yeah.
In relation to that, can I please receive access to the subpoena tool again?
Oh, yes.
I'm writing subpoenas for those 2 phones right now.
If you would like, I've written subpoenas before for Bolingbroke related matters. You could probably just take most of the body from that and reuse it because they don't have a right to
Yeah, well,
privacy.
Worker wrote up a DOC subpoena.
Oh, legend.